Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
From time to time, we need to think about light and darkness, the light and darkness that is in our lives. For a moment, I would ask you to close your eyes. And there's no peeking in between, as the nuns used to tell us in school. Keep your eyes closed. I want you for a moment to imagine the people in your lives that you may be blind to. Could it be the poor, the family member in need? Could it be the neighbor confined to their home, or the one who is naked? Could it be the addict or the alcoholic, the prisoner, the outcast, the politician? Who are you blind to see? I would ask you to open your eyes now and keep those images of those people forefront in your mind. I would ask you, what is preventing you from being light to those people? Who will hear the cry of the poor? In our reading today from Ephesians, we are reminded that we were once darkness, but now we are light in the Lord. Light in the Lord implies a relationship between us and the Lord. The Lord is my light and my salvation, as we hear in Psalm 27. We are to be light to others and lead them to Jesus Christ. Will we hear the cry of the poor? There was a time when all of us were in darkness, and with baptism we became illumined with the life and the light of Jesus Christ. Paul tells us that we are light. The follower of Christ is an enlightened person, a person who has light within, a person who not only reflects the light of Christ, but who can illumine his or her part of the world and asserts others in finding their way out of darkness into the light. When the lights go on in your home or here at church, we ordinarily do not think of where that light originates. It is the power company that provides the artificial light around you. But by simply living a good life, each of us generate the life of Christ for others. In the gospel, we hear the story of a man born blind. The man born blind was not free to open his eyes. He had to await the working of the divine power. Jesus engaged in ritual activity, much like our sacramental rituals that are so familiar to us. Jesus made mud with his saliva and smeared that mud on the man's eyes. Then he told him to go to the pool of Siloam and wash. His obedience to the instruction proved to be part of the ritual. His cure, however, caused a lot of commotion among the community. The people doubted that the man was born blind. The Pharisees complained that this miracle was performed on the Sabbath. Jesus sought out the man and engaged him in a dialogue of faith. Do you believe in the Son of Man? Who is he, sir, that I may believe in him? You have seen him, and he is the one speaking with you. The man professed his faith in Jesus. The cure drew the desired response, an act of faith. Jesus drew people to faith. We are light, and we are to draw people to Jesus. We are to draw them to faith. Valimar Jansen told us many times this past week that we need to lead others to Jesus Christ. And that is what we are doing as a community of faith for our candidates who will be initiated at the Easter Vigil. We are drawing them to faith by our deeds and our actions. We are drawing them into a relationship with Jesus Christ. Here we are on the fourth Sunday of Lent. We can pretend to be blind by closing our eyes, or with our eyes wide opened, we can look with the eyes of faith at Jesus present before us in one another. We can look with the eyes of faith and see Jesus present in the scriptures that have just been proclaimed to you. We can see with the eyes of faith Jesus present in bread and wine upon this altar. And with the eyes of faith, we can say, Credo, I believe.